new watch, new babe.
What's good, TMG fam? It's your boy L, and I'm back with another reaction. How y'all feel? Welcome back to the channel. Salute. Listen, man, the next video we getting into is the 10 craziest things that have happened in front of you at McDonald's. Things that have happened at McDonald's. Maybe you witnessed it. Maybe you've seen it on social media. But what's some of the craziest things you can think of to happen at McDonald's? Now, in my lifetime, bro, where do I begin when it comes to McDonald's? Fights, arguments. What else happened? For some reason, I can't get that video out of my head that we watched a while back about, you know, just some of the nastiest things that you can see at some of these like fast food restaurants, man. And the little machine, the new machines that they have up, man, where everything is like touch screen and you can go in there and order, and just how people's hands are so nasty, that type of stuff. But that has nothing to do with this video. But I cannot get that visual out my head, bro. It's just for some reason. But some of the craziest things I might have seen, like I said, I knew of a robbery that took place. I wasn't there to witness it. I just heard about it. It was a McDonald's that we all frequent. Shootouts that have taken place. Why is it always at the why do I keep wanting to say Walmart? At the McDonald's, man. Why does things go down? It's because for us, and I've mentioned to you growing up in a small town, for us, it was only so many places we could go, right? It was only so many places you could probably parking lot pimp, huddle up at, just be outside chilling. And McDonald's, unfortunately, they stayed open late. They stayed open 24 hours pretty much. So you could chill in the parking lot there. Waffle House, Huddle Houses, places like that. You know what I'm saying? So when you have establishments that stay open that late, after people come from the club and they all riled up, they have all this energy, they're wild teenage kids or they're wild young adults, things are gonna happen, bro. And unfortunately, McDonald's was one of those places where a lot of things happened at, man. You would see fights, like I said, fights, numerous fights, wrecks, just people just walking through the drive-through drunk, people trying to climb through the windows, people standing on the counters, people just, it's just craziness on top of craziness on top of craziness. And it just seems like it all, you know how Yo Gotti made the song, It Goes Down in the DMs? It always went down at the McDonald's, bro. All right, so we're gonna get into this video, man. If you are new to the channel, take the time and hit the subscribe button, join the family, man. At the end of the video, leave a like, and we appreciate you. Let's go. She done threw something through the glass already. And this brings me to my last week incident. Was it last week? I don't know. I have to ask my son. I had to end up apologizing to my son because he was in the car with me, man. And I went off. Like, I took my sons, right? Me and Queen, I think we got subs. I think that's what it was. We got subs where the boys went at Wendy's. And we went to Wendy's, me and my son in the car, just me and him. And I pull around to the, you know, they always have the window that you pay and then the window that you get your food in. Well, this time it was that the window that you pay was closed, so you just had to pull up to the front window. So I pull up at the front window. Now, by this time, anybody who has kids know, right? They're gonna argue back and forth. They're gonna want this, they're gonna want that. Or they just want, oh, could you put our stuff in separate bags so it don't touch? You know what I'm saying? They're like, you're gonna go through that. So my son had texted me, could you get our stuff in separate bags so we're not arguing? I was like, cool, no problem. So I get up to the window. I had already ordered, mind you, I had already ordered back at the thing. So I'm pulling up to the window. And when I pull up to the window, I said, hey, excuse me, ma'am, I'm sorry. If you could you put the orders in separate bags? She popped off and said, you should have told me that in the beginning. She said, you should have told me that in the beginning, rolled her eyes and turned around and walked off. Boy, before I knew it, I was sitting there waiting. That window swung open and it wasn't her. I didn't care who it was. It must've been her manager or somebody. Man, I looked at Buddy, bro. I told him, bro, I said, listen, I said, if your worker don't want to come to work and do her job, then she shouldn't be, bro. I just started spazzing out. I was like, yo, if your workers don't want to do their job and be here and have a good attitude, then they shouldn't be here. I said, all I did, I said I wasn't nasty. I wasn't no type of way to her. I said, and I just asked her, would she do that for me? You know what I'm saying? And I pleased, all that type of stuff. I had a very nice, comforting tone, all of that. And she copped that attitude with me, bro. I said, she done lost her mind. So I was like, after I went off on him, she popped back in, but she didn't come to the window. And he swung the window open. I went in on her. Nah. You catch this. Make sure you catch this. Every bit of it. I was letting go. You know what I'm saying? Then I looked at I forgot my son was in the car, and I was like, yo, my bad. I'm sorry you had to see that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, because people just have such nasty attitudes for no reason. I didn't tell you to get that job. I didn't tell you to come to work and have a bad day. Don't lash out at other people because something you going through. You know what I'm saying? That angry person at the window just reminded me of myself. I didn't throw nothing though.
One lucky couple, Greg and Stacy Terry, got the best deal ever from a McDonald's in Hermitage, Tennessee. When they bought what they thought was breakfast, when they opened the white paper bag for their food, they instead found thousands of dollars in clear deposit bags. Stacy said that the second that Greg said it was their deposit, my first response was, let's get in the truck and take it back. Their conscience would prevent them from keeping the money. After returning it, they received a thank you from the manager. Sometimes it's best you...
Come on now, thank you. I could have gave them some free food or something. They drove all the way back. Give them something, some gas money or something. They just saved your job, probably, whoever the manager is of that store. That was probably your nightly deposit that need to go out. Y'all could have did a little more for them.
You just wait in line. On September 14th, 2008, security cameras in a McDonald's restaurant captured what appeared to be just a man arguing with a young female teenager while waiting in line. It's reported that the argument was over a spot in line. All of a sudden, the man attacks her, hitting the teen in the face multiple times. The woman got treatment for her injuries, while the assailant got away and remains unprosecuted for the assault.
Hear me and hear me good, bro. You are so much less than a man that you had to put your hands on a teenage little girl. Like, bro, that's so much of a coward that you know what I'm saying? Like, you beneath a coward to me. Don't put your hands on no little teenage girl. You a grown man. Like, I don't understand people nowadays, bro. That's the type of, I pray that you see the type of karma you're supposed to get. And it's gonna happen.
Some people like bacon. Some people really like bacon. Shanika Torres definitely falls into the latter category. In February 2000...
Did y'all read that? It's coming, listen. Woo.
2014, Shanika and an unnamed female friend ordered a couple bacon cheeseburgers from a McDonald's in Grand Rapids, Michigan. As they began eating their burgers, they noticed they had no bacon. After calling and complaining to the manager, they were told they could get free replacements next time. Returning later that night for their free bacon cheeseburgers, they again got regular cheeseburgers. Shanika was so enraged to the point that she pulled out a pistol and fired it through the drive-thru window. Luckily not hitting anyone. She would be arrested shortly thereafter at her home.
I thought I had a love for bacon, bro. But she clearly has a different love for bacon that I've never possessed, bro. Like, bacon is good, and I've been off of pork. Well, I'm supposed to been off of pork for a while now. I kind of, you know what I mean? Backslide every now and again when a slice of pizza come in that's meat lovers. I can't help it. But anyway, bro, over bacon? You letting off rounds over bacon? That's different.
Virginia Maiden, a resident of Kennewick, Washington, had woken up to discover her vehicle, a 1995 Toyota 4Runner, had been stolen. Distraught, Virginia made it to the McDonald's where she worked via public transportation. Luck would be on her side. Around 3 p.m. that same day, she called the police as her stolen vehicle was in the drive-thru line. Driver Catherine York was arrested before she could make it out of the parking lot. A male passenger would also be detained, but released as he was found to be unconnected.
Talk about the universe being on your side. You show up at work, your vehicle with the people in it who stole it is there. Oh man, I'd have laughed them all the way to jail.
A Florida man is facing prison time in Naples for stealing some soda. Homeless man Mark Bear reportedly walked into a McDonald's, asked for a water cup, and filled it with soda instead. The manager...
A lot of people have done that. A lot of people have done that. Yep, I'm speaking to you. You know who you are. A lot of people have done that. Ask for a cup of water and go get the soda, because you know what? Why do I keep wanting to say Walmart? McDonald's, they keep the soda machines, or they used to when I went in there. I haven't been in there so long. They used to keep them to the side, so it ain't like it's behind that counter with them. They turn and fix your drink and then turn and hand it back to you. You know, you go fix your own, you just get a cup. So people would often, and I think that's why they started handing out them little small water cups. That way, if people do try to get them, it ain't gonna be for much. But you know, some people have the audacity to stand there, fill it up, drink it, and then pour them another cup. You know? People are crazy.
Confronted a bear, asking him to pay the $1 for the drink. An argument arose. Police were called and Mark was arrested. Turns out he had a few warrants for prior petty theft, which the officers used to up the charge from a misdemeanor to a felony. Ouch.
I never understand why people want to cause a disturbance knowing you got warrants out for your arrest. Just bring the heat to you. That's what you do.
2 men in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, got more than upset when they felt that their cheeseburgers were quite messed up. Police responded to a scene called in by McDonald's workers when they apprehended Sean Mosey and Chris Slate while they were trashing the place, including throwing a brick through the window of the establishment, with no real motive for this crime. It was presumed to be out of anger, all because of their food being wrong.
Bro, did you see the damages? Over you messing up my burger, I did this. Yeah, that person has serious anger issues, man. Like, bro, like, come on, man. Like, no. It was something else. It couldn't have been that burger that set you off like that. No. It had that right there looks like anger caused by a woman. Like, she cheated on you, fam. And then you came here and you got the burger and it just set you over the top. But I'm not believing a burger made you do this. No, this has the likes of a woman attached to it. You can't tell me otherwise.
9-year-old anger, all because of their food being wrong. A 9-year-old boy robbed other children of their cell phones at a McDonald's in Chicago, Illinois. Mind you, this is after he and 3 other children had previously carjacked a Pontiac Sunfire at Rifle Point the week before.
Whose kid is this?
One of the 3 other children would have charges brought up against them. The 9-year-old and other 2 children would escape, getting away from the law for yet a second time in a week. A McDonald's worker in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania was
Happy Meals with heroin? Who owned this McDonald's? Griselda Blanco? Like Pablo Nice? Who owned this McDonald's?
Was arrested for selling heroin through the drive-thru window inside Happy Meals. With the established secret phrase, "I'd like to order a toy," police were able to make the arrest of Shania Dennis at the McDonald's while she was working both her jobs. Investigations would lead to the discovery of 10 bags of the drug in the Happy Meals and 50 more on Shania herself. To start...
Oh, she was trying to come up in the world. She might have had a pretty dope little setup there. I wonder how long it took them to figure out she was doing that. She probably was getting it in. She probably made a ton of money that way. But what happens is that somebody comes up there and orders but they're not looking for drugs. And they made a mistake on how they said they order, and I guarantee that's probably how she got caught, selling to somebody who wasn't even looking for it.
Start off the weird things found inside of McDonald's food. A mother and 7-year-old daughter were enjoying their meal. That is, until the little girl found a condom toward the bottom of her fries. The disgusted mother called the police, starting an immediate investigation about how it got there. March of 2011, Leigh Savage of Australia opened his sandwich to check if his extra pickles were inside. It appeared so, as well as some extra protein. Squirming around his burger patty were 30 plus maggots. McDonald's wished to do further examining of the burger. Savage declined, instead asking for a refund and an apology.
A refund and an apology. Now I'm testing everything I eat from now. How many of us, and I'm probably guilty of it too now that I think about it, don't often open up the sandwich and look at it every time you get it. But you can believe, anytime I order anything from now on, it's going through thorough examination. Oh, this is, ain't nothing in my cup. I got a water bottle here. That's sick, bro. Oh, maggots. Ugh.
In the year 2000, Catherine Ortega, mother of 2 and resident of Virginia, bought some chicken wings from McDonald's for her family dinner that evening. Ortega claims that while getting her children their plates, she noticed one of the pieces was malformed, and with further inspection, it turned out to be an entire battered and fried chicken head.
Chicken, chicken hit. I'm sorry.
On July 18th, 1984, James Oliver Huberty left his home, telling his wife Etna, "Society had its chance. I'll be going hunting humans." He then went to the local McDonald's and began what was to be the largest single-day one-person massacre to date. James began by opening fire inside the building, where around 30 people were working or dining, before he began to shoot at people outside. The rampage met its conclusion when a SWAT sniper, Chuck Foster, took James down, but not before he would claim the lives of 21 individuals, ranging from 8 months to 74 years old.
That's scary. That's scary. Those people were going to work that day, had no idea they were going to encounter a shooter, and that was going to take their lives, man. And you just thinking they probably just stopped to grab a bite at a McDonald's with their family, and ultimately their lives were taken. Bro, that's crazy. That's crazy, man. Scary, crazy, makes you want to stay in your house, locked up. You know what I mean? Stories like that, man, especially when you have a family, just scare you to death. Scare you to death. Now I always see why moms and dads were always worried when you left the house or different things like that. As a kid, you didn't understand why, but as you grow older, you understand why, man. And then when you have kids, you see they don't understand why, and it just brings you back to your childhood. You know what I'm saying? So that's crazy. But here were the 10 craziest things that have happened at Walmart. I swear, Walmart is calling me. I swear, Queen she about to send me to Walmart for something. It's about to happen. Something's got Walmart on my mind. You know what I mean? But anyway, McDonald's. You know what I mean? All right. Till the next reaction of my piece, y'all stay solid. Hey.